Hi guys, Gigi here. I want to start a new series of videos today. I can see more and more people are actually interested to see what's inside stuff, like what's inside my gearbox, what's inside the fuel pump, or what's inside this and that. And I will start with something that's very easy to make for me. This is the transmission control module for DSG gearbox. So today we will see what's inside the transmission control module for the DSG gearbox. Let's get started. Yeah, and one thing I wanted to mention, I will try to make these videos in a non-destructive way. So if it's possible to see what's inside something and how it works, we will try to dismantle it in a way that we can put it back together if needed. So I will only use brute force where actually it's needed and where is a must. So I will try to make the videos as instructive as possible and instructive, not destructive, as possible. And let's see what's going to happen. Each car needs to have a gearbox in order to drive. Some cars have manual gearbox, some cars have automatic gearboxes. The automatic gearboxes will need to have some kind of transmission control module, a computer that will tell the gearbox when to change the gears, when to go forward, when to go to reverse, and stuff like that. So in some cars this control module sits outside the gearbox in the car somewhere, in a safe place, to say so, where it's dry and no moisture, and it will control the gearbox externally. Some other units, transmission control modules, will sit inside the gearbox, and this is the case with more and more modern cars, where the transmission control module it's incorporated in the gearbox, so it sits inside the gearbox. Either it's in the oil or somewhere where there is a little bit of oil or something like that. Today the transmission control module I'm going to show you, it's the one for the DSG transmission, and this one it's for the DSG 6, and it sits inside the transmission under a cover, and it's covered by oil at all times, and it cannot function without oil actually. And this is the transmission control module. As I said before, I'm trying to make this in a non-destructive manner, in non-destructive way if possible. This is the unit. It has some valves that control gears and oil and stuff like that. Clutches. Here is the connector where you will have this is connected to the car. Here you will have a connector that sits in and then gives signals back and forth to the car. The valves will open and close depending on which gear you want to select, or the gearbox selects automatically for you. Will press and depress the clutches and stuff like that. On the other side we have some sensors for the speed of the clutch, for the temperature, pressure, and stuff like that. In this case I'm afraid it's not possible to do it in a non-destructive or invasive way. These units must be cut open in order to see what's inside, so I cannot do this just by dismantling the screws, because we will not be able to see anything. To do this I will need some tools. I will need a Dremel, and this is the Dremel I'm going to use, with a small disc and a screwdriver. Sorry, and I will need also a screwdriver to pry open the cover. Let's get to it. So in order to do this, we will need to cut it open with the Dremel. Please cover your ears and let's begin. One side done. I put some tape here so I don't get dirt inside and debris. Next side. Side number 2 done. Third one. And then the last one. So we are done with cutting, I hope. Let me just clean a little bit a mess here before we open it so we don't get any debris inside, because I said I want to do it in a non-destructive manner so we can reuse this if needed. Now let's crack it open. Some oil is to be expected under this cover. It's almost done. And ready? Whoa! This is what is inside. We can see here some oil that came inside here, the processor, some wires, and stuff like that. So this it's inside your transmission control module, some electronics that will control the valves and the clutches and so what I have here it's another unit where we can better see what actually it is inside. This one it's a little bit newer, and we can see a little bit more clear what is actually inside. So a bunch of sensors and a bunch of electrical valves that will control the clutches and the gear shifter. This is what's inside the gearbox, and this is what is inside the transmission control module. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.